Welcome to World Explorer Channel. Miami building collapse. Rescuers listen for signs of life in rubble. Rescuers are desperately searching for any survivors trapped in the rubble of a collapsed 12-story residential building north of Miami. At least one person has been killed and 99 are still missing, officials say. As families desperately wait for news, search teams say they are working around the clock and could hear people banging amid the debris. What caused the 40-year-old building to collapse early on Thursday morning remains unclear.
The problem is the building has literally pancaked. It has gone down, and I mean there's just feet in between stories where there were 10 feet. That is heartbreaking because it doesn't mean to me that we're going to be successful as we would want to be to find people alive.
At least 102 people have now been located, but it is uncertain how many were in the building when it came down. Dozens of survivors have been pulled out of the rubble.
The building, one of these huge buildings, gone. Right here beside us, the craziest thing I've ever heard in my life.
As night fell, hundreds of rescuers were using sonar cameras and specially trained dogs as they scoured the rubble for survivors.
I was able to hear the boy that was pulled from the rubble yelling. As I got closer, I was able to see his hands sticking through the rubble, waving. And as he was yelling, I responded to him and I began to climb, the debris to try and get to him.
Teams were tunneling from an underground car park below the building in an effort to reach victims. Fire and rescue are in there with their search team, with their dogs, Miami-Dade Police Director Freddie Ramirez told reporters.
This is from the 80s. There's no reason for this building to go down like that unless someone literally pulls out the supports from underneath, or they get washed out, or there's a sinkhole or something like that because it just went down.
They're in search and rescue mode, and they will be in that mode for a while. They are not quitting. They're going to work through the night. They are not stopping. Search teams detected sounds of banging and other noises, but no voices coming from the tons of debris. But officials say the efforts are dangerous as further rubble could collapse on top of them. This process is slow and methodical, said Ray Jadala, Miami-Dade Fire Rescue Assistant Fire Chief. Anytime we started breaching parts of the structure, we get rubble falling on us. Constant rain and storms are further complicating an already difficult task for the search and rescue teams. Authorities have begun taking DNA samples from relatives of those still missing in case only remains of their family members are found in the rubble. Relatives of the missing have been huddled around a community center a few blocks from the collapsed building, waiting for information and fearing the worst. Nicolas Fernandez said his calls to missing loved ones have gone unanswered. "I think they're gone," he told CBS. "I don't want to be pessimistic, but we've been calling them non-stop with no reply." Jenny Urgels woke up to the news that her parents' building had collapsed. She called them, but both their phones went straight to voicemail. "I am holding on to hope. I'm very desperate to know what's happening," she told a local TV channel. A large section of the oceanfront Champlain Towers in the town of Surfside crumbled to the ground in the early hours of Thursday. Eyewitnesses described hearing what sounded like thunder before seeing a huge cloud of dust in the aftermath of the collapse. One compared the scene to the 11th of September 2001 attacks on the Twin Towers in New York. Thanks for watching World Explorer. Please hit on like to this video and subscribe to our channel for further useful and similar videos quickly into your YouTube notifications. Thank you.